any value on the bottom side today.
Yeah, and now taking some bites there with that sniper IFV. Yeah, it's interesting. You got a few people saying we're dropping frames here. I'm not seeing it in Streamlabs. People on YouTube, are you guys seeing some freezing in the game? Sniper IFV's out. It could be, I don't know, hard to say. Sniper IFV though, yeah, Sniper IFV cleaning out these dogs is huge. Try to get more value out of that Prism Tower, but crowds the Prism Tower, gets in, grabs the power plant. So there, Abdul gets the value he wanted.
Yeah, so after using his usual strat, Osama decided to tech up, but another Prism Tower out and Mirages now to back it up. Abdul once again is going to be pushed back. He did lose a power plant up top, but he doesn't care. He has power for days.
Yeah, he's got the power.
Look at all these GIs, Ivan. What do you think of all these groups of GIs making it impossible to push any position comfortably?
I like it. You know, this map as a big map, it still does have choke points, but there's 4 entries. But yeah, dumb them up, slow things down, get the battle lab out, get value from the skies. I think that's Allied 101. I like it.
Yes, indeed. And now that the Eagles are out, Abdul forced to make some flag tracks, a radar out for Abdul, a few Desolators on the field as we speak. He is gearing up a Deso bomb now. Osama does have 2 snipers on the field. Currently, they're not in anything, but there are 2 snipers, so with good enough micro, he should be fine.
We'll see. Abdo, and now Abdo needs to go back and think a little bit here. He needs to, get his IC out. Try to get over to Siege Choppers for Iron Curtain. Interesting, yeah, dropping some frames here in the stream. Not sure about that, guys. We'll cross our fingers. BF's out now. Battle Fortress is out for Osama.
This is definitely interesting. Again, flag tracks, not enough to stop. There's double AFC now for Osama, which means he can take out an oil. Oil only requires 5 Eagles off in the target, and of course he could snipe out this IC potentially. After moving his flag tracks to the bottom, expecting the Jets to come to there. They are heading towards the bottom at the moment. Splitting up his Grizzlies, so a lot happening. Stop splitting up his Grizzlies. The Eagles come in, no reaction. The flag track's a little bit late to the party. The IC goes down.
Okay, IC goes down. Yeah, he was weird. He was there with the flags and then got a little bit distracted. Why is there a naval yard out? Oh, flag posts. That's funny. A few flag posts in the pond.
Yeah, the best anti-air of the game. Scorpions, sea scorpions.
Yeah, if you guys are on either YouTube or Twitch, if you go to stream quality, you could try switching over to auto. Sometimes it kind of depends on your connection. If you force the highest frames, the highest resolution, sometimes it'll slow it down a little bit. You can try messing with that if you are having some issues. Chronosphere's out, Eagles are out. So the flak boats are funny.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Sea Scorpions are the best anti-air of the game.
So, but they're just like, but they're stuck in this little pond. So...
Yeah, but it's like building a tower, only they're better than a tower.
Can you put a naval yard in every pond? I wonder if a naval yard can go in this pond. Okay. The flak boat's hiding in the pond. They're stuck. They can't run.
Interesting. And look at this group. Look at this group of Mirages. This is a huge group of Mirages. And we know in that BF there are snipers. So a Deso Bomb will have to be a massive Deso Bomb to counter this group. Now some Prisms coming in as well to get rid of these defenses.
Use the Dreadnought.
Nice.
Use the Dreadnought. Yeah.
Nice.
The Eagle takes out the Dreadnought. I mean, if all that Dreadnought did was take 1 round of Eagle hits, that'll be good enough. Yeah, the BF here going to cause a lot of issues. Obviously, the Deso, Abdo needs a big Deso bomb here. Oh, does get it down.
Wow. Yeah. And that's what we were talking about. Half the Mirages go down, half of them go to half health. If he could just micro this army down, easily wreck it. Remember, dogs, when the right mix of Mirages, they do reveal them. So if you have enough dogs in your army, that's very useful. Again, the Eagles coming in, gonna go for the IC. Or not.
They forget.
Chill.
Oh
wow.
My
God.
That was...
I think the last shot.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was the closest force shield I've ever seen. Okay, so he does force shield the IC, but does put him low power. And now Abdo has weathered the storm. He's got to get some offensive value here. He's got to get some offensive value. Oh, Tanya comes in. Oh, ICs! And then it eats the Tanya. The IC ate the Tanya. Wow, you guys are seeing some wacky stuff here. So he force shield the IC the first time. Then Osama Chronospheres an IFV with a Tanya that Abdo then ICs the IC and the Tanya gets melted in the process. We're seeing it all here today, Snark.
Yeah, and Osama still gets an oil somehow. He's still getting value. Now, doesn't have any economic issues at the moment. He's got plenty of war factories. The IC is safe this time. He's waiting for an IC, but look at Osama's base. This is insane. It's a huge base. 4 AFCs, Chronosphere out. He's got gap generators everywhere. Abdo's completely blind. He does not know what is going on in Osama's base. How do you get offensive value against such a base?
Yeah, remember, guys, that's the big thing to note here. Osama is completely gapped up. Abdo has no idea what he's going into.
Bottom left.
Against
Oh
the
my
ice.
God.
Wow. Oh, and the nuclear reactor.
Oh my God.
And that's value town. That was absolutely huge. And on Blitz, it's hard to sneak a unit in like that. That was really heads up thinking there from Osama. Tanya gets in, grabs the nuclear reactor, grabs the IC. Abdo going to try splitting up his army and making something happen here. A couple good Deso bombs. Not going to have the help of an IC. It's just hard because he can't really coordinate his attack. I think siege chopper spam. Would be good here for Abdo because it's tough for allies. They don't have great anti-air, and also he kind of uses the scout ahead of his tanks a little bit. Do we just use 2 oils?
Yeah, Osama's microing 2 groups of eagles. He's got 2 oils at the same time. And Abdo, again, 24k at the moment. Not an issue right now. Could become an issue later on if this game keeps going long. And the way Osama's base is looking, this is not something that's going to go down fast. It's going to take multiple attacks, multiple ICs, maybe a nuclear missile, but the Chronosphere is ready out.
Yeah, you know, on a map like this, there's actually no excuse for the Eagles to be getting through because you can't go around the base. He should be able to build a flat cannon wall. He should have built 5 minutes ago, and he should be stuffing every. The Eagles shouldn't really be able to get through on this map. I think you should be able to put enough flat cannons to convince. Now we have Kirov's takes another oil. Yeah, you're right. Abdo's gonna start feeling it in the late game here. He's lost a lot of oils. Remember, guys, you can only build 12 total oils per game. And another, the Prism tanks! The MCV on the run!
Oh, no.
I lose just another IC. And
Abdo's breaking a record. He's got to be breaking some kind of record of how many ICs can you lose in one game.
And it's like one of the ABCs of playing Allied versus Soviet is denying the Iron Curtain. And I've never seen a player deny more Iron Curtains and do so inventively. Every IC has been destroyed different than the last. Now, Abdo does have multiple MCVs. He's got 20k in the bank, but again, he's going to start feeling it because, again, guys, he's only built 12 oils per game.
Yeah, it's definitely limited. Look at the unit counter right now. How many rhinos does Abdo have? That is insane.
Can it go to triple digits? That's the question. He's got 96.
It absolutely can.
Triple digit unit counter. You guys live to see it. Tell your grandkids someday. Okay.
Double nuke reactor this time. The IC, he better place it like behind this Deso wall, on top of the Deso, so the Chronosphere fails. The Chronosphere is counting down, and a weather storm out as well for Osama. Dude, Osama just looks impregnable.
I mean, honestly, let's just, this is one of those situations where, and the only reason, normally I would say, how could you ever do it? But then it's like, I've played these games, I've seen it happen. It's like, Abdo can send his entire army on this top lane, and if he gets a good Deso bomb in, I don't know. It could happen. The problem,
Eagles. Oh, they're going over the Scorpions.
Over the Scorpions!
No.
And the Scorpions in the puddle doing work. And now Abdo is now Desoing his entire base. Oh, to counter the Chronosphere.
Yeah, he's like, I dare you to Chrono Prisms. I dare you.
He's also going to crash all of our computers, but it is a good counter. All right, here we go. It all starts with the Deso bomb. It starts with the Deso bomb. It ends with the Deso bomb. And in between, there needs to be a Deso bomb. It's all about
when did Osama get a spy in?
Oh,
he has Feds Grizzlies.
Oh, Osama got a spy in. Osama throwing 7 different kinds of smoke, boys. Look at this lag now from all the Desolators. Oh my goodness.
What the heck? Okay, so this Chronosphere literally got nothing because he saved the lab, he saved the Iron Curtain. He got an MCV, but Abdo has another one, so it doesn't matter. But in the top, this Mirage army is just pushing, and the Desolators melting to that BF, the sniper BF. He needs the choppers here right now, right this second, and he's going to lose half of his army.
So he dives the choppers. That BF is what's countering the Deso bombs. The BF full of snipers and or Navy SEALs. Great counter for the Desolators. As they come out of the back of the flak boat, they get sniped in the face. Cannot get a Deso Bomb down. Is it? Oh my gosh, this lag from
Oh
these.
my god.
Deploy! Oh, the elite BF. The elite BF. Oh, the BF goes down. He blunders the BF. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
All right, the Kirovs for fodder versus the anti-air. Now he's clicking down the barrages, but remember, Vet Grizzlies are just as good as Rhinos. Osama got a spy in who knows when, and now he has a huge army of veteran Grizzlies just gonna rush in here, and they're gonna all but
Big
the
IC.
IC.
Big
Oh,
IC.
that's huge.
Oh,
But
and
he doesn't care. He's gonna run past a base trade. Abdul, does he defend?
Osama going for
a
a
drone.
Osama going for a base trade?
This is interesting. A lot of Desolators everywhere going straight for the lab. The lab goes down. Next goes the IC. The IC goes down, so no force shield. That's why you target the lab first. Now, Osama is going to lose this entire army, but look at the back end. And now 16 Eagles heading towards the base here. What is the target? Probably the nuclear...
Oh my god, there's so
missile.
many nuclear reactors. What do you do?
Nuclear missile, nuclear missile. Oh, just like that, Osama crippled Abdo. Half his army gone. No IC, no nuclear missile. He has a weather storm ready right
coming.
now, and Abdo got zero offensive value, zero either.
Yeah, I mean, Osama still has a, you know, this is going to be a huge weather storm. I mean, you know, Abdo still has a lot. The problem is Osama has an insurmountable amount. And remember, guys, it all comes down to the oils. We implemented that a year or two ago now in Blitz. The reason that the oils are limited is so the games can't go forever. Eventually, you're going to run out of oils. Only build 12 per game. And that's what's going to happen to Abdo here.
Well, these guys trying to prove you wrong, either. They're trying to prove you can make a game run forever, despite everything, despite Ivor's best effort.
Oh, he chrono dunks.
Oh, wow.
He chrono dunks a bunch of the Rhinos, puts a bunch of the Rhinos in the pond. He should have put them on top of the Scorpions. That's been the pro move. Look at all these Grizzlies going elite. And that's why Vet Grizzlies are so scary. They're good on their own, but they go elite so fast. Yep. And,
holy moly, now with elite IFVs, these choppers are going to melt. Wow.
Osama takes it home. Oh my goodness. Snark, we did break your unit counter. It hit 96 and then broke.
Oh really? Oh god.
Okay.
It's still a working project, boys. Still working project. What the? That was one of the longest, most intense, craziest game I've ever seen on Blitz ever.
That was non-stop. And you know, sometimes we've seen those games where both players just like not a lot happens, and then they both turtle and it goes a long time. That game was non-stop action. And again, the ingenuity of Osama taking out those ICs, the Tanya, the Eagles, so funny. Really well played by both those guys. Let's get Luke C and Zed in here, the grudge match. This could be a big decider here in this series. Although Zed already on one loss for the day. See what happens.
Yes. I mean, I just can't stop thinking about that game. Some of those moves that were crazy. I think Abdul broke 2 world records, most amount of Rhinos in a single game, and most amount of ICs lost in a single game. Definitely broke that record somehow. And Osama just, I mean, really, if you think about it, Abdul never ever really got value on Osama the entire game. Osama took his time. He was slowly getting value. It took him a long time to be able to reach a position where he can. And that final move in the final fight where he chronos 9 of Abdul's tanks into the water as he's rushing in with the Grizzlies, brilliant. Loved that.
Yeah, the chrono dunk. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. Wow. We got Luke in here. Zed's on his way. Zed, let's go, buddy.
Absolutely insane.
Building.
So to those of you who don't know, Zed and Luke, they're like best friends. They love each other. They love each other. And I'm being extremely facetious right now. They hate each other's guts.
And you love it. You just love it. The drama, I'm here for the drama, man. I'm here for the drama. I feel like there was a while when I first started streaming where I'd be like, oh my god, I hate the drama. I love the drama. Honestly, we all love the drama because it juices it up. These two hating each other makes this game awesome. Yeah, keep your mouth. He comes in here. Show me you aren't easy, Zed. You keep your mouth shut.
I love it.
Allied versus allied. ADA.
Wow. Now this is gonna be interesting.
Let's get it going, boys. Let's get it going, boys.
Dude,
So,
I'm literally like jumping out of my chair right now. This is, I love this so much.
all right, so for those of you guys who do not subscribe to Drama Alert to the weekly newsletter, here's the story. Zed and Luke Z. So Luke Z, in the backstory, these guys have been playing Blitz forever. They're both some of the best Blitz players in the world. They've been in the Pro Division, banging out at the top level for I don't know, 30 tournaments, 3 years. Anyway, so they've always had, you know, random grief, whatever. They don't like each other, competitive, they fall talking shit, whatever. Last month, there was this big thing where in Quick Match, all month long, Luke was saying, I'm in queue, where's Zed at? Why won't Zed queue up and play me? And Zed was like, oh, I'm sleeping, you know, whatever. So they were saying, but for whatever reason, they didn't play all month long. And Zed was in #1, and Luke couldn't get his points because they wouldn't get games matched up against each other. I don't know who was bailing who, I won't point fingers. Then, right at the end of the month, in the last hour before the month reset, Luke goes in the queue with Gene, another player, and Gene just loses like 10 games in a row in like 10 seconds. Luke just rolls through him. He wins 10 games in a row really easily, and then wins the monthly ladder. And Zed's like, Gene was pushing, Gene was throwing those games, it's a conspiracy, and everyone was like talking like, oh my god, who's in the wrong? And then Luke's like, well, and everyone's like, Zed, why didn't you just queue up and play? And Zed's like, oh, I was sleeping, I couldn't play if I wanted to. And then we found out that while Gene and Luke were in there, Gene was in there losing a bunch of games to Luke, Zed was actually queuing up and canceling games to try to slow it down. So Zed was there and not playing. So that erupted even more. More people turned on Zed, people turned on Luke. It was this whole thing. Anyway, that's the drama. These two really do not like each other, and that's where we're at. Snarf, is that a good, concise breakdown of it? Did that catch you up?
Perfect. Point is, at the end of the day, they hate each other's guts. So this is a grudge match, and we're in Fight Club night. This is going to be interesting, and already a very, very different philosophy in Allied. We're seeing here very different styles. Luke starting up with a bunch of IFUs early on. Zed, pure Grizzlies and Rocketeers at the moment. No Rocketeers out for Luke, and we're starting to see Patriots come out. So different approaches here to the Allied versus Allied.
Yeah, and so AVA, now ELO, speaking of ELO, you know, we have a rating system, warlord2.com/ranks. You can see the ELO rating thanks to the man Sneer himself. ELO rating, Luke is higher. Tournaments won, Luke is higher. But Zed is a scrappy player. You know, Zed's the kind of player who Zed can lose to some of the worst players, and he can beat some of the best players. He's a little bit more unpredictable. Luke's like a machine. He's just really dialed in. He always plays the same, and he always plays great. Zed, you never know the version of Zed you're going to get. And if Zed shows up today, Zed is very capable of beating him. I think Luke's the favorite, though.
This is huge for Zed. This is perfect for Zed. He threw away his Rocketeers to win that fight, and now he has the Grizzly advantage. He is just rolling over Luke right now. Holy moly, Luke holding on to dear life, spamming pillboxes, spamming out takes, doing anything he can to survive. Zed is losing the Grizzly numbers, but he's diving on the MCP. He might get it. He's bringing the Rocketeers as well. Does he get it? Oh my god.
I didn't know. And he says out.
Wow.
I did not expect that, and Luke did not either. Zed is a self-proclaimed defensive player. He's a builder. And like I said, he's also a wild card. And that was not what you expected to see. AVA from Zed, a radical Grizzly push to dive on the MCV to open the game. That is not Zed's gameplay at all. I really thought Luke was the favorite here. I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I was hyping it up. I thought Luke was going to roll Zed. I thought Luke was going to roll Zed.
Oh my god. So, I mean, these guys are surprising us. We already expected Zed to beat Abdo. Abdo beat Zed. And then, you know, Luke Z said, yeah, Luke Z is going to take Zed. But Zed comes in with a shocking strategy. That's what you have to do, right? You have to pull a rabbit out of the hat, do the unexpected, go crazy. And just like that, I mean, Luke Z has an elite IFU, but no, seriously, it doesn't matter at this point. Wow, absolutely insane.
The elite IFU on the backside.
Dude, Zed successfully surprising all of us, including Luke Z. And again, right, we saw the trash talk early on. It is on. It is on.
And BO1s, man, and BO1s are tough now because Luke, Zed's already lost a game. These two could end up in the finals still, Snarf. These two could end up in the finals.
Exactly. They both of them have won one and lost one. So they have equal points right now. And I have a feeling that Zed, after losing to Abdul and seeing that his next opponent was Luxie, he turned on the try-hard switch. And he cranked it all the way up, Ivan. All the way up.
Yeah, again, guys, elo rating, statistically speaking, Luke was the favorite there, for sure. Well, yeah, anyway, that was tremendous. And the super aggressive, like, grizzly dive, wow, that was really something. I'm glad I listened to that.
Absolutely insane. Wow, Zed. Zed, you know, Zed's a sneaky guy. He'll come in with the unexpected and he will outdo you.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
It's just funny because, like I said, you know, on a bad day, Zed can lose to the worst players in the world, and on a good day, he can beat the best, as we just saw. So let's get Tim and Osama in here. Let's see. I'd like to see a little better showing here from Tim the Terror in his pro debut here today. Let's see what he can get done. Pro debut for Blitz. Again, guys, Tim's been around for 20 years, banging and banging at the top level in Red Alert 2 and Yuri's Revenge, one of the best allied players in the world. A little bit newer to Blitz, but he's the man for the job. Let's see what he does here. Again, guys, stick around. All 5 of these players are playing each other best of 1 Fight Club style. The show goes on here. Luke and Zed could still meet each other in the finals if we're lucky.
Yeah, so these guys are like sending hearts to each other, Osama and Tim. I'm like, it's like those situations where you fight with your girlfriend or something, and then you see another couple fight and you see how terrible it looks, and you're like, no, I love you, and you hug each other. I feel like that's what just happened. They saw Zed and Luke, and they're like, no, we're just gonna send hearts to each other. We love each other.
N1 with the sub, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I think my favorite is like when 2 people have grief, like when 2 people really go at each other. Then so 2 people start like really going at each other, and then in an attempt to like gather allies, they start being really nice to everybody else. That's my favorite part. Is that like all of a sudden like it's like someone who's always annoying to everybody starts griefing hard with one person, and then all of a sudden they become like a model citizen, trying to like win friendship from everybody else. and it works out well. It brings out the best in people. If like one person just really hates one person, you'll be really nice to everybody else. And that can work out in everyone's favor. Soviet versus Soviet now. Osama on the left side here. Tim the Terror on the right side. Tim switching back over to Soviet. He tried the Allied shenanigans. They didn't work. Everyone's still in this event, boys. I mean, it's the show. We've only played 4 games. It's been long games so far on this map, but been some good ones. What do you think, Snark? Has Tim got the juice?
Well, listen, Tim is one of the OG pros. He has been playing this game almost as long as I've been alive. So Tim definitely has the experience. Osama, though, you know, one of the youngest players out there, and has just proven to be so powerful in this game. It's a battle of the titans for sure.
Yeah, Osama, by far one of the youngest players here in Red Alert 2, and if you guys know, I would venture to guess that if I threw a rock at all 250 of you in the stream right now, 200 of you would say, I used to play this game 15 years ago. Osama cannot say that because I don't know, that's about how old he is. So when we were all playing Red Alert 2, Osama was being born. There's very, very few players in the game at that age level, particularly at the competitive scene. Most players have been around for a long time. So Osama is definitely the exception. But it's been fun. It's been fun watching Osama the last few years when I started streaming. It's been fun watching him climb the ranks, start taking down, you know, when you're the kind of little kid, you know, you grow up with a Marco poster on your wall, and then someday you take Marco down, you know, and that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. I mean, dude, I remember when I beat Osama, you know, 9 times out of 10, but very, very quickly that shifted. And Osama started crushing me easily. And we're seeing a very different approach here. Tim is like, I'm going to bunker up and go super quick tick. Osama's like, war factories. Now, he gets a power plant. Does Tim care? No, he already has a nuclear reactor out. It doesn't matter. So, can he hold on? Can he defend long enough? Double lab? Why double lab?
The double lab is curious. You know, this one time I was on the stream early on, a pro player built a robot control building, and I was like talking about it. I'm like, why did he build that? What's he gonna do with it? Why did Legend do that? Like, I was trying to break it down, and at the end of the game, I said, Legend, why'd you do that? Tell us. We all were thinking about it. And Legend said, misclick. So now whenever something really crazy happens, I think maybe it's just a misclick. I don't know. Can Tim weather the storm here? It's a big fodder advantage for Osama.
Vessel's out of position, but the sentry guns are in position now. The vessel's coming in, and Osama forced back. Tim is holding on. He has iron curtains, but a split in the bottom. The oil is about to get hit in the bottom. He's sending oil tanks. He's sending 3 tanks. That oil is definitely going to go down. War factory in the top going to go down as well. And now a third split coming in from the left-hand side. This is crazy. What is going on?
Yeah, and that's what you love to see on a map like this, where the players can really kind of play from different zones, the high-low, the yo-yo, and Osama just getting the job done, spinning Tim around a little bit, and not able to keep up. Oh, wait, this could be a big counterpunch.
Well, this is absolutely crazy because the Iron Curtain is gonna be ready as soon as his power comes back on and he gets over to Osama's base. He can get some serious damage done as soon as his power comes back online and the Iron Curtain counts down. And now we know why he had the double lab. First lab went down, but he still had a force shield. Saves the Iron Curtain, saves the nuclear reactor, and here comes the counterpunch.
Tim with a 6 Rhino advantage here. But yeah, he's down on War Factories. He needs counterpunch coming. He wants to go a little bit early. The IC is coming, though. He needs to keep his tanks in formation so he can get a good IC. Does get a good IC, and Osama decides to smash a base trade. Both players already prepping drones. Both players ready for it, and we're going to get into a pretty wild base trade here.
Tim not deploying those vessels, that's a bit of a problem. What's his target? Going to go for the lab, and a lot of drones out for Osama. Tim's army is going to disappear really quickly. Osama's drones as well, but the War Factory counts. Can he get the last War Factory? He's going to get the last War Factory. Tim, Osama's going to definitely have 1 War Factory left at least.
Tim's going to save. Osama saves the War Factory.
Wow. War Factory versus Barracks.
Wait.
War Factory versus Barracks. That's what it's come down to.
War Factory versus Barracks. Now, what does Tim have a winning move here? He has the IC. The IC can kill a ton of infantry.
Absolutely. And he has 4 drones. Yes, 4 drones that he could IC.
Oh, but
why is he spawning the infantry? What's going on, Tim?
Why isn't Tim building from the barracks?
What? Tim?
Oh, he was building a forest. He built a forest? What?
And the forest goes